There it is.
There it is.
This is the Renegade Shopping Cart Program.
Motherfucker.
I'm the fattest and most retarded.
Motherfucker.
Oh.
This is the Renegade Shopping Cart Program.
That is right, everybody.
Welcome, everyone, to the Renegade Shopping Cart Program.
That's right. We're sipping on that lemon lime today. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers, buddy. You got to turn the fucking audio down. Or turn it off. We're just going to let my funky bass line play through.
We're letting it play through.
All right, bro.
Let's take that sip.
After that ginger shot,
I needed this today. This Waterloo is what I needed today.
it's amazing.
It's so...
After the ginger shot.
Yeah, we took a ginger shot, 3 ounce pure ginger.
I wanted to
straight
fucking throw up.
Straight to the dome, everybody. It got us feeling like... Motherfucker! That's right. It was good. It's what we needed today. Today's episode is sponsored by... No one. Fuck all the sponsors.
Fuck 'em.
Welcome, everybody. Go ahead, while we're here in the beginning, let's just start off and say, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, go ahead and leave us a review and subscribe to our thing. If you're listening on Spotify, go ahead and do something. I don't know how you rate things on Spotify, but thanks.
You heart
If
it.
you're listening on
Anything else?
Geo7...
If you're listening on anything else, you don't matter because no one listens on anything else.
Whoa, don't say that.
I'm just joking, bro. It was a Josh.
To our shoppers out there, that's what we call our fans. But to the shoppers out there, I'm so sorry for what Minsky just said because that's not true. 30% of our listens come from Geo7.
You can't shit on me when you can't even say the name.
It's Jiosaavn.
You can't even say the name.
Geo7.
Anyway, make sure to share, like, subscribe. Make sure to leave comments. Let us know what you think of the episodes. Let us know if there's anything you want us to talk about, make fun of, do.
Yeah.
We've been doing a lot lately. We've been recording little short films. Not necessarily films. I wouldn't even call them films.
Yeah, just little short videos.
Like funny videos. We've been playing some video games. Go head over to the YouTube channel to check both of those out.
Yeah, so just to get into a little bit of housekeeping, we call this here. We got the YouTube. That's going to be for all the dumb little shorts we make, for all the video games that we record, and all of the podcast episodes. We also will be live streaming on Twitch, which you can hear more about that on our Instagram channel and our social media as a whole. And you could go ahead and email us at renegadeshoppingcartpod@gmail.com.
Sorry, it's so long.
Yeah, it's long, but renegadeshoppingcartpod@gmail.com. We want to hear your questions. We want to hear your critiques, your best insults. We want to hear them all. Tell us a bad joke. It stays between us, so no restrictions apply.
That's not true. We're going to put it on the podcast and make fun of you for it.
Yep, as long as it's something we could say out loud as two white men.
Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the podcast.
That's right.
The podcast that is literally going to be the most freeform thing we've ever done because we have nothing to talk about.
I mean, we shouldn't say that off the bat because now people are going to assume nothing.
No, we're going to have the best conversation we've had so far.
I think so.
We're just going to vibe.
Yep, we're vibing. If you can tell, for all the viewers out there, I'm holding my microphone.
Because he's a fucking idiot.
I broke something.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, I broke something today. It's not my proudest moment, but, it was fun to watch
It's okay.
Minsky here struggle.
Having this wonderful podcast arm that can move and just hold the microphone wherever I want it so I can use both my hands at one time it's not so great.
That's right. I just wanted a little more restrictions on my life.
Yeah.
I
need more restriction on your life. You're getting a little wild.
I like to be tied down every now and then, and this really ties me down to I'm committed
You're
to
committed.
holding this.
You press the commit button.
Yep. And
That's-
I freaking threw away the key or something. That's what they say.
So there's a button. I don't know like what specific cars, if they're like a certain make or a certain year or whatever, but it's in Angela's car. and it's a picture. It's like a downhill speed stabilizer, basically, if that makes sense. So basically cruise control for going downhill. And she didn't know that. So when she got the car, she saw this picture of a car zooming downhill with like, there's like one other little thing on it. And she's like, so this is my commit button. So whenever we're ready to go, we're just going to press the commit button and yeet ourselves. And I'm like, I'm down. You know?
I get it.
Some days. But it was really funny.
Are you talking about the overdrive?
What?
It sounds like you're talking about the overdrive.
Nah, because it's like downhill.
Yeah. Do you know what an overdrive is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's when your car goes into overdrive.
Yep. You turn it off and then or turn it on, whichever one. When you're going downhill, it catches your car a little bit, so you don't have to wear your brakes out going down a major hill.
Yeah, so it's exactly what I said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's what the button sounds like.
Yeah,
Sounds like her overdrive.
sounds like exactly what I said.
Yep, it does sound exactly. I'm not. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not arguing that. That's for sure.
Oh my god.
All right, well, that's pretty cool. What kind of car does Angela have?
She has a Hyundai
Hyundai what?
Tucson. It's like a SUV.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Do you?
Are you into cars at all?
No, I was for a while, but not to the point. Like I was never a gearhead to where I could fix cars or anything like that. I was into like makes and models of cars. So like I can basically tell you most manufacturers and where they're from and like different shit like that, but I can't tell you what's inside of a car whatsoever.
What's your favorite kind or like your dream car?
My dream car?
Yeah.
I haven't thought about it, to be honest. At the very current moment, I really like Audi. Like an Audi A4.
Okay.
That would be nice.
Yeah, classy.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
I try.
Saw an Audi R8 yesterday in the parking lot at my apartment complex. I was like, why do you have this car but you're living here?
I say that to a lot of people around here, to be honest.
Yeah, I think they lease cars. It's not that expensive to lease a car
No.
if you don't leave the city.
Yeah.
If you're not putting miles on it and you're not using it for anything fun, like it's cheaper to lease a car than it is to buy a car. Not in the long run, but in the month to month.
I like to take road trips.
Yeah, me too.
And I also like to own things.
Yeah, I like ownership. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I need ownership in my life. I need more of it.
You have none.
I have a little bit. I take ownership of, you know what I do?
Do.
Oh, and let me just say this before we move on. I edit the episodes all on my own. And every single time someone says do, you call them out. And I mean, someone is me because we haven't had a guest on yet that you guys have seen. But it's every single fucking time I say do, you say do.
I'm a child, bro. What can I say?
You really are. You're really a fucking
I get
kid.
entertainment out of literally everything. No, bro.
You know, that button's actually for me because I pressed the wrong button. I don't know what I was trying to press. What do we even have on here? We have the our
copyright infringement.
Yeah, we have our copyright infringement, our Queen Bee button. That's what I was going for,
fake
the laughter.
Oh, yeah.
And we have our motherfucker. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
That's basically it.
That's it. Okay.
We only have like 3 stock or 2 stock sounds still.
Yeah.
We'll get new ones.
But yeah, so you say do all the time. But what I do is while I'm adjusting my my fit here.
Did you do?
No, I just don't want to show any bulge or anything, you know. Sitting here with spread legs.
Spread eagle, so am I.
Yeah.
Weird.
But
Jason wanted a new setup today.
What I do take ownership on is my life. I take ownership on, I take responsibility and ownership in my everyday actions.
Is there a point to you saying this?
There's no point. No point. I mean, I try to be healthy. I try to, what do I do?
You don't even know.
I deprive myself of most pleasures.
This is true.
Yep. I'm freaking.
Where are you going with this?
I was just trying to say I take ownership.
No, you don't.
You said I don't have any.
No, you don't.
It's all good, boy. I don't care.
That's bullshit. He does not.
You're right.
Dude, so so you came over today and I was watching disc golf, which if you guys listen back, I don't know, he's probably done it every episode, but if you listen back, Jason makes fun of disc golf every time it gets brought up because I enjoy it. And he used to think it was the stupidest thing ever.
Hey, be careful what
And
you're saying.
he comes in.
I don't know about this used to shit. I still do.
And he comes in today, and I'm watching it, and he's like, "Yo, what is this?" I'm like, "This is fucking disc golf." And he starts watching, and he's like, "Holy shit!" And like every throw, he's like, "Holy shit!" Whoa, whoa, whoa! And like, he's like, "Dude, we got to do this." I'm like, "I've been saying, bro."
Yeah, my reactions were just like that. If only you guys could have seen them.
Right?
But yeah, they throw really good. Hats off to them.
Yeah, dude.
So do you call it disc golf or do you call it frisbee golf?
You cannot call it frisbee golf.
Because that's how I think of it.
Everyone that does not play disc golf calls it frisbee golf, and everyone that plays disc golf hates people that call it frisbee golf.
Now, can I just ask you, because you're in the community a bit.
No.
Well, you have a whole bag of different
Yes.
discs.
I do.
So you call them discs?
Yes.
Let's just talk about like how hypersensitive that community has to be. Because like why? It's a frisbee. Like we all know it's just a frisbee.
No, a frisbee is the one you play catch with at the beach, or the one they play ultimate frisbee with.
Okay.
There's a much different disc.
So
frisbees are basically half the weight and twice the size, so that you can literally just chuck them 500 yards.
So what is the difference between ultimate frisbee and disc golf?
Have you literally ever watched Ultimate Frisbee?
Never.
Okay. Well, Ultimate Frisbee is
I don't know if I'm sorry to cut you off, but I don't know if I'm the fringe out there, but I never have watched people play frisbee.
So
I don't do that in my free time. I don't just stare at people on the TV or in the park.
I watch them playing tournament. It's just like watching golf.
I get it, but it's not golf. Let's just say that number one. But number two, what's the difference of ultimate frisbee and disc golf? And here's a quick question for you. Should the ultimate frisbee community change the name to ultimate disc?
No. So, couple things.
I got him.
There's literally no difference between watching professional golf and professional disc golf. 2, ultimate frisbee is completely different than disc golf. Ultimate frisbee is basically Hawaiian football with a frisbee.
What is Hawaiian football?
It's basically football that doesn't stop. So
no goals?
No, there is. But like, when you get tackled, you're down, everyone resets, and then you start a new play?
Uh-huh.
Hawaiian football is the same concept, but every time you're down, the play doesn't stop. You just get up and you throw. And that's the same thing with ultimate frisbee is, you start a play, you're throwing, like your goal in ultimate frisbee is to get from one end of the field to the other end of the field, throwing the frisbee to each other.
So it's football with frisbee.
Literally what I said.
Yeah. Are you sure you're not talking about rugby?
No. Rugby is a much different game. Have you ever watched rugby?
Never.
Then shut your fucking mouth.
Well, no, I'm just asking.
Rugby is completely different.
That sounds like Hawaiian football.
No. Rugby is its own thing altogether. It's got some of the same elements as football, but for the most part, no. And if you ever met a rugby player, he'd probably kill you because those guys are fucking massive and very proud of their sport.
Yeah, well, they sound like sensitive creatures.
Nah, dude. Those guys just go hard. That's just kind of the way it is. Because correct me if I'm wrong, I apologize, but I believe it's an Australian, New Zealand sport.
Yeah, I think it's a down under game.
Yeah. And you should watch a match, dude. You like UFC, you'll like rugby because they just fucking hit. It's like they have all the same contact as football, but with literally no pads. And they're just going hard.
Yeah, okay.
So, moving forward, Ultimate Frisbee should not change its name because Ultimate Frisbee uses fucking frisbees. Disc golf uses discs.
Otherwise known as weighted frisbees.
No.
Bro, it's a fucking frisbee.
It's not a frisbee, dude.
I've thrown both of them. I've seen both of them.
Yeah, and
They're the
you're
same
also
thing.
uncultured and can't see out of one of your eyes.
One just weighs more.
No, they're not the same thing. One is literally twice the fucking size.
That's like
saying a New York giant pizza is the same as getting a $5 from fucking Little Caesars.
But they're
not nearly the same size.
It's like calling a monster truck tire a different word because the tire on my car is different size and weight.
No.
And we use them for different things.
That's like saying a truck is different than a car, even though they are both automobiles. The only difference is the way they look and what their purpose is.
Yeah, a truck is different than a car.
Exactly.
So
a disc is different than a fucking Frisbee.
But they're both under the Frisbee category, is what I'm trying to say.
No.
You don't think so?
Well,
like, explain what a disc is to somebody who doesn't even know what a Frisbee is. You're gonna try to reduce it to the least common denominator, which is gonna be a Frisbee, which is just a circular thing that flies in the air that you could throw to someone. Except the disc is just weighted, and you guys are sensitive, so you call it something else.
It's not true.
I've never seen anybody more offended at the fact that I called this thing a Frisbee.
I mean, like, I'm not even offended because, like, my uncle was the one that introduced me to the sport, and he calls it Falf. He calls it Frisbee golf. It's just...
Shout out to your uncle. He seems like he's on the right page.
It's just not the right terminology.
I get it. I'll change the way I say it to be respectful.
Think of it this way. It's like telling an English person you're going to watch a soccer match.
I don't understand the connection.
It's football, not soccer.
Okay. So I don't understand the connection.
Like, soccer is just an American thing.
Uh-huh.
Everyone else calls it football, which is why there's so much confusion around the term football.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of along the same lines, not specifically, but like it is disc golf, not Frisbee.
I get it.
You know?
Yeah. All right, so I'll call it a disc. It's disc golf, not Frisbee golf, for all you people out there. Okay, so explain to me the appeal of disc golf.
Dude, it's relaxing. If you would ever go with me, anytime I invite you, I typically go alone and cry on the course. It's very zen. You know, you get up, you're on the tee, you're looking down the fairway straight at the hole, and you're just like, I'm about to just rip this disc.
Okay, let's stop again. So they call it a tee?
Like a tee box.
A tee box.
Yeah.
Because in golf,
you put the tee on the tee box or whatever.
Right. But you're hitting off of a tee.
Yeah, exactly.
If you need it for the drive.
Yeah. But they call it a tee box because that's where you're teeing off from.
Okay.
So there's Lila for everyone that knows Lila. Welcome to another episode. She's trying to eat the microphone.
I tried to interview her, but she just tried to eat the microphone.
That's what happens.
Okay, so you go out in the morning.
Yep.
What time do you hit the course?
I typically go super early. So like when I used to go with my uncle like once a week down to Balboa Park because they have a big course down there.
Uh-huh.
You know, you can tell her to go, right?
It's okay. I like her. Just keep talking.
It's funny that you say you like her, even though if you guys are watching on YouTube, you'll notice he just moves his arm around her because he doesn't want her to touch him or lick him. So he's like, I like her, and then actively tries to avoid her.
I like her to feel like I'm giving her attention when I'm really doing the least I could do possible.
Anyway, so yeah, I would go out once a week with my uncle to the park down at Balboa, and I would go pick him up at like 6, and we had like a full routine to get there, and then we were there by like 7:30ish, and then play until like 3.
Now, how much control do you have over the what is it called?
Disc?
But like when you're throwing it, what's that term? Is there a term for it?
Oh, the flick? The release?
They call it the release?
Yeah.
So like how much control do you have?
If you're a professional,
No,
a lot.
You.
I'm not good whatsoever.
So like what we were watching today,
I would be nothing compared to that.
They were teeing off, and let's say the green. Do they call it the green? What are the things called?
What?
The fence?
The basket?
Yeah, the basket.
Yeah.
So the basket was like way down. Let's say it's like 200 yards
It was
down.
400 feet. I know which one
400
you were
feet?
talking about.
Oh, that's not in yards? Oh, that's
They play in feet, or if you're on like a European tour, meters. They play in feet or meters.
why don't they go with yards?
Because it's the same thing as having meters, but then it's a very American sport, so it's feet.
But a yard is an American meter.
Yeah, but it would be weird to say some holes are 80 yards.
Or is it because you can't throw it that far?
Well, yeah, it's like some of them aren't that long.
Mm-hmm.
So feet, I think they use it as like a dramatic effect
That makes sense.
because it triples how long
Yeah.
it is.
Anyway, so it was way down the fairway. He slings it, but the basket was around the corner behind all these trees. So they swing it super far. This one dude flicked it way right because he knew he had a deadly curve left, I guess, to get around those trees. And he kind of went around the back way to get to the basket. And then the other dudes had a different flick.
Everyone has a different shot.
That was a par 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So par, for everyone who doesn't know, is that probably takes roughly 3 tries to make it in.
Yeah, that's basically
average.
an even number.
Yeah. So how long would it take you to get to that basket?
I would probably be able to reach that basket off the tee. I just would not be nearly as close as them, and I would not be able to make the putt.
But you could probably get it in a par.
Yeah.
And they call it a putt?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
When you're throwing it's a putt. You have putters. Use putters to putt.
What do you mean you have putters?
Like you have different categories of discs,
You have
and they're all made differently.
Oh, that's kind of cheap.
Why?
Because like in golf, you have
You have different clubs.
yeah, but you have the same ball.
Yeah, but it's the same. It's the same as the club,
Interesting.
you know?
So not only is it the ball, but it is the club
Yeah.
as well.
Well, because you're using the club to hit the ball. You're not using anything to hit anything, so you use the disc.
This is fascinating stuff. Yeah,
It's
I mean,
fun.
I'll go to the range, you call it? The course?
The course?
Yep. I'll go to the course. I'll give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. I've actually played once.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yep.
If you guys want, leave a comment down below and tell us if you would like to see this filmed or not.
Yeah, we could bring our videographer there and he could record it for us.
I think it would be really funny.
Yeah, it would be really cool. It would be fucking hilarious if I whooped you.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
But
it
you
won't
don't.
happen.
I was like, do you throw frisbees?
No, the most.
Do you know anything about forehands, backhands, tomahawks, thumbers, grenades,
Yeah, I mean, the most I really use my wrist for is like,
masturbating?
no, when I dance.
Oh,
Yeah, I do
doing
a
that
move.
1-2 step?
No, I do a move called the limp wrist. I'm not gonna debut it for everyone here because I'm still working on it. But yeah, it's a Rudrud original move called the limp wrist, and yeah, so that's like the most I really use my wrist for.
Called the limp wrist.
Working out sometimes you got to bend your wrist and all, but yeah, I
You
don't
do
know.
deadlifts?
I have, yeah.
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 Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is, yeah.
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 All right, well, disc golf. Frisbee.
Disc golf is fucking fun, bro.
I'm going to call it frisbee golf.
It's a fucking
I'm sorry,
money
I
grab,
can't help
though.
myself.
It's
Is
a
it? How
money
much?
grab.
How much is one of the frisbees?
One of the frisbees, depending on...
See, you called it a frisbee!
Fuck. It's because you said it.
Hello!
It's because you said it. I was
All right,
repeating you.
How much is a frisbee?
One of the discs,
Okay.
depending on the plastic it's in, is between like probably 15 to 20 bucks.
And how many do you need?
I mean, technically, you can play a game with one.
But is there like a set? Like, can you buy a starter set?
Yeah, like they sell like the cheap starter sets at like Big Five or Dick's or anything
How
like
much does that
that.
come with?
It comes with 3 discs. I think it's like 30 or 40 bucks.
And do they all come with a putter?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll come with, I think, a putter, a mid-range, and a fairway driver.
It's a lot cheaper than golf, my friend.
A lot cheaper.
Yeah, I got Got a full golf set.
It's poor man's golf.
I like it. Yeah, it's really
And they're-
funny watching it because like all the dummies on the green, like they dressed like they were golfers, but they look like they are also bros. Like they look like a bro golfer instead of a pro golfer. Like they were all wearing like Vans shoes and like tight black, and they had like fucking like their ears pierced and stuff. And you could tell they just fucking vape their dick away. And then they just fling a frisbee every now and then.
That's a thing.
Fling a frisbee.
Everyone smokes on the disc golf course.
Really?
Yeah. Disc golf is very 420 friendly.
Okay, I get it. I'm for it.
It's fun.
Yeah, I'm excited to go.
It's
We'll
fun.
make a date out of it.
We'll make a whole video
Yep.
of me kicking your ass.
Yeah, speaking of golf, I'm going to go do Top Golf.
Oh, you are?
Yep, when I'm in Vegas, I'm going to go on my birthday.
I've been interested in that.
Yeah, it looks fun.
It does.
Yeah.
I used to go to the driving range a lot as a kid, like play actual golf.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You're a golfer?
I was.
We should go golfing sometime. I got two sets.
I got to go to the driving range, bro. I got to remember how to fucking hit it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't been
Hit it
golfing
and
in
quit
a
it,
long
baby.
time.
Yeah, in my hometown, there was a golf club that me and a couple of the homies, you know what I'm saying?
The ones involved in the Panda Express sex cult?
No. Those ones we left out of the golf.
Ah.
But no. So we'd go golfing. It was, I think, $12 a month for a membership. And in that membership, you get unlimited balls at the driving range, and you get unlimited play for the first 9 holes.
Why the first 9?
Because the 18, you have to rent a car, but you got $3 off if you want to do the full course.
How much was it?
It was only like another $10 or something for the full course to rent everything.
How much was a membership?
$12 a month, I think. 12 or 15.
Really?
Yeah, it was really cheap.
Bro, it's expensive out here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nice courses out here.
Yeah, but I used to go it was right when AirPods came out. Because I got AirPods and I would go to the driving range. And that's how I used to spend my free time. I never got good.
How did it make you feel, though, being at the driving range?
It made me feel really good, except when like the kids came up and they're next to you, like they're in the junior high team golf or high school golf or whatever it was, and they're just so much better than you. Like it's so defeating to where like I'm trying to get my ball to go straight with like a 7 iron, and I'm trying to get it, a couple hundred yards with a 7, which is good, right? Like, so I'm trying to just work on my accuracy on that front. But then you have these kids coming out with the fucking wedge and they're hooking right, hooking left. They're hitting all the targets that they set for themselves and they're killing their drives with a fucking putter, it looked like. They're going 400 yards. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm here all day. And I got decent.
Yeah.
But I never got good enough to where I could rule out the fact that I might miss the ball on any given swing. Like I never got good enough to where I could just be comfortable where like at least I'll hit the ball.
You would be that one wild person that just swings and misses everything.
Well, I try to do like technique, but sometimes I don't know where my dick's at. It just like, it would just,
It's to the left, it's to the right. It's
Yeah.
not. It's just
Yeah.
not straight.
But I grew up golfing with my pops, big golfers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one time I was at the driving range and I can't remember if I made contact with the ball or not, but on my backswing, the fucking head of my club broke and went flying. And I was like a kid at the time. So my fucking sperm donor yells 4 and I was like looking around like this and then I turn and it's like flying and I'm like, I look down, I'm like, and he's looking at me like, I was like, fuck.
That should have been a cheap set of clubs. How did that happen?
It was very cheap. It was a kid's set.
Yeah.
It was so he could, take me. But
Yep.
it was fun.
Yep.
I did enjoy doing the golf when
Mhm.
I was a young lad.
Yeah, it was always nice, sneak a couple beers on in your golf bag.
See, I wasn't at that point.
No? Me and old daddy used to just pop a Corona or 2 on the freaking fairway, Good times. I mean, that's the best part about being in America is like you could look forward to sneaking beer onto a golf course with your 15-year-old kid. Like, it's a great experience.
Never had that experience.
Yeah, well, you live in the wrong America.
Or you live with the wrong dad.
How dare you? How dare you?
Shout out to Mr. Rudrud.
That's right. No, big golfers. I got
Any
more
other
into,
sport?
Yeah, bowling.
Oh.
I got more into bowling than I
You
did
played all the
golf.
fat white people sports.
I mean, I guess, yeah, you do. There's a lot of fat people in bowling. No, it's just cheap. I mean, the bowling lane.
Shout out, one of my really close friends through high school was on the golf team and was in a bowling league.
Mm-hmm.
Skinniest fucking guy I knew.
There you go.
Skinniest fucking
There you go.
guy
Yeah,
I knew.
anorexia.
And he had a deeper voice than me and sang just as high as me. It was really funny.
Yeah, I mean, that's freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
The bowling alley used to do $1 per game between 9 and 12 on Sundays.
Yeah. Parkway Bowl does that.
Yep. And so we used to do that all the not all the Sundays, but
We should go
all the
bowling.
time.
Let's do
We
a double
should.
date.
I'm pretty good at bowling.
I'm absolute trash.
It's the one thing that bowling and pool I'm pretty good at. Those are like the two things where like I enjoy. I could bowl all night. Or
I could
play,
too.
I could play pool all night long.
There's certain things that like I can do for long periods of time that I'm not necessarily good at, and I think bowling and pool are two of those things.
Yeah, bowling you get a little tired because like your
arm starts
fingers
hurting.
start to wear and
Yeah.
stuff, and your arm hurts. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I got to a point where I was right around 200 consistently every game.
Yeah, see, I'm happy if I break 100.
I feel you.
You know,
Yeah,
I do it for the fun of it.
I'm probably dog shit now, but I haven't bowled since we moved here.
It's okay. Sounds like we got a couple things we're gonna do. Maybe we'll post them on the YouTube channel.
Bowling, disc golf.
Pool. We gotta play cornhole.
Whenever my apartment opens up the pool table, we could go play some pool.
That would be fun.
Yep.
Maybe host a party or two whenever the world's not
We
dying.
should host a party.
a Renegade shopping cart party.
Yeah, it'd be a great party. We could have a fiesta.
Comment if you would like to attend.
Yeah. Yeah, we could send out e-invites.
We probably won't.
Yeah, once the whole corona thing ends and the world opens back up, we could freaking party, baby.
We got a lot of stuff we got to do, man.
Yeah, it's going to be the roaring 20s, I think. If this all goes away by the end of the year, I think like the rest of the 20s, if we're not just like
insane.
Dead, yeah, it's going to be fun.
If we're not just dead.
I go to war with Russia or China or something.
Condolences to all the fucking tragic deaths of COVID.
Oh, yeah, I didn't mean COVID, but
Oh.
yeah, if you believe in
I
those.
thought you were just being an asshole. Anywho. Oh my God.
But yeah, let's see here. I got the voice of a 13-year-old. I got the body of a 16-year-old who plays football. And
doesn't play football, plays basketball.
Yeah, I got that body.
You have a soccer body.
And I'm about to
be honest.
I'm about to turn 25, bro.
Jesus, you're going to be able to legally rent a car.
In California, you could rent a car other places.
Really?
I rented a car in Washington when I was like 20, I think I was 21 or 22.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's just insurance liabilities like for California.
But I thought it was
25.
I thought it was based on where you're from or like where you're living.
No, because I think the car is they only care about the car's insurance, right? They don't care about bodily injury to you.
Yeah.
So
They give a fuck about you.
yeah, your personal insurance covers you, or your body, but the insurance covers the car.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we rented a car when we were moving to Washington.
Interesting.
Yep.
I wonder what it's like in Hawaii.
To have a car?
Well, I wonder what that law is in Hawaii because I'm taking a trip to Hawaii.
Oh yeah. I'm sure you can rent a car.
You think?
Almost positive.
I don't know. It'll be interesting.
It's a fucking island. Just walk. Just pick up the pace a bit.
It's a lot longer than you think. You ever been to Hawaii?
Yeah, I went. Yep.
Where? Which island?
We already talked about it, but we'll say it
on
again.
the podcast.
Yeah, we'll say it again though.
Oh fuck me, I'm stupid.
Which one's the one Honolulu's on? Kauai? Is that an island? Is Kauai an island? Or is
Kauai is an island.
Or
yes.
is it Oahu? Wherever
I
Honolulu
think
is.
Honolulu's on Hawaii,
No.
the big island.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I promise you it's not.
Let's look it up.
Yeah, where's Honolulu? I think it's Kauai. Trying to
Fuck
say
is
like
my cursor?
freaking-
Continue the conversation while I look this up.
Yeah, I went to Kauai in 2014. It was my first time on an airplane. I was a senior in high school, and we went, me, my brother, and my mom. My brother was born there, born at the same hospital President Barack Obama was born at.
It's in Oahu.
Oahu. Yep. Okay. That's where I went then.
So we were both wrong,
Yeah.
but I was more right.
It wasn't, it was kind of an underwhelming experience. I want to go back now that I'm older and I've traveled a couple bit times more, but yeah, it was all right. It was a good time. I just, now I know how to surf. I kind of want to go surfing in Hawaii. Do a little more dangerous hikes. Because we hiked like the tourist stuff. We stayed real tourist while we were there.
Yeah.
Except we ate at the Rainbow Drive-In. And you should eat at the Rainbow Drive-In when you go to Hawaii next time. It is the best, what do they call it? I think they call it hot plate over there. That's how they refer to it. But it's like the best food you'll ever get.
I'm not going to Oahu.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Maui.
Yeah, they got Rainbow Drive-In on Maui. They have a couple locations
Well,
now.
then I'm just going to ignore you and say I don't fucking want to.
I bought a t-shirt from them when I was there, and I wore it almost every day until it fell off of my body. I loved that shirt. It's such a good place. Shout out to Rainbow Drive-In in Hawaii. They have, I think, 4 locations total.
Did you get what the fuck?
All right.
Shaved ice in Hawaii?
No, I didn't get shaved ice.
They
call it shave ice.
shave ice, not shaved ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get killed for that.
No, I didn't.
They have a fuck, my girlfriend's going to murder me for forgetting the name. I don't know why I'm forgetting the name. Ululani's shave ice.
Okay.
And it's incredible. I will say. I was skeptical of it cuz like I had like snow cones at like events
Mm-hmm.
and I was like,
It's all right.
It's stupid. It's
I
like
used to have
chewy
I
icicles.
used to have like a machine in my kitchen
Yeah.
when I was a kid. Yeah. You just put ice cubes in it and like some type of flavored syrup or something.
Yeah, but like their shit's wild.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like snow, like very soft snow. It's crazy. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, you should mail me some.
Fucking idiot. I can't stand you.
It's all good.
Oh my God.
So what is something, I was thinking about this question the other day. What is something that you don't know how to do? That like, I'm not just saying like, oh, I don't know how to freaking juggle. Like I'm saying like, what's something that you don't know how to do that you definitely should probably know how to do?
That I should know how to do?
Yeah, like it's a little weird that you don't know how to do it. Like I feel like everyone has a 1 or 2 things.
What's yours?
All right, so I don't know how to brush my teeth in a circle. You know when you're doing the circle with your toothbrush?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Really?
Yeah, like I keep trying, but it fails. And then what ends up happening is like I kind of like lose grip of my toothbrush, and then I kind of just like freaking stab my gums with like the backside of my toothbrush.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. I keep trying it out, but no bueno. I can only do the side to side and the up down.
I can't really think of anything because I never thought of anything like that. Like, oh, I should probably know how to do that.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's great for conversation. Definitely.
For the longest time, I didn't know how to change a light bulb, and then I actually had to change a light bulb, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
You know something embarrassing, not about me, but about my girlfriend.
Uh-oh, here we go.
When we first started living together, she didn't tell me this up front. She told me this like a couple years after, but she didn't really even know how to do laundry because her grandparents would do her laundry. And I feel like I just assumed that everyone knows how to do laundry. And she said using the washer was like scary for her in my house.
It's so easy. Just put the fucking thing in there.
I know. But
I got the fucking Tide Pod things.
Yeah, I saw this floating around here. I was hungry for a snack. I almost stole it, but
Ooh, it's not an actual Tide Pod, so you won't get high.
I don't think you get high. Did you get high from them?
No, I never ate one because I'm not
Oh.
a fucking idiot.
What drug would you do?
None.
No, come on. Drop that. What kind of drugs would you do? Like in a perfect world, in a perfect situation, if you knew like you weren't going to get hooked on it, like what do you want to experience?
I get extremely anxious when I don't feel like comprehensive, if that makes sense.
Like when you don't have control over your body.
So like drugs don't agree with me.
But only certain drugs affect that feeling. Let me tell you
Yeah,
this.
but it's more of like the knowledge of knowing I'm doing it, if that makes sense.
Like when
That
you
freaks
have,
me out too.
When you have a beer, how do you feel?
I don't really feel anything. I feel fine.
But you don't view it as like a drug.
I mean, kind of.
But like in the sense that it's triggering
Like it's not a narcotic, I don't think.
Right, but in the sense that it's triggering your fear of losing control, like being a little buzzed or being a little wasty, you know, a little tipsy-turny. Like
Yeah.
does that trigger that for you or no?
No. I see what you're saying.
So like what about marijuana?
Marijuana makes me incredibly anxious.
Me too, I don't do it. Yeah, I stay away from that. But let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. Like what if you could drop that thing that you have though? Like in the future, let's say you kind of get control over that, like through Buddhism or masturbation or whatever helps you lose control over that. Like, what kind of drug would you want to have the experience of doing? Like, is there one that just kind of like stands out? Like, I wish I could do that.
No.
There's not one.
I'm not fascinated by drugs. I'm not infatuated. I don't think it's a cool thing. I don't,
You don't
there's
think
no.
it's cool to experience different states of consciousness,
No.
altered states of minds?
No.
What about, like, what if you could get to them in natural ways? Like, I think Kundalini, I think that's like a breathing thing. I could be completely wrong on that, but there's some certain breathing techniques and certain yogas that are practiced across the world that kind of get you to hallucinate a little bit and kind of get like a little high. You don't take anything, you just kind of get there naturally. Would you do that?
Well,
Apparently, it's like a very blissful experience.
Well, I mean, it depends on how you define high. Like, are you literally intoxicated? Like, I don't think a breathing exercise can intoxicate you.
Well, it gets you to the same state that like a psychedelic would. Not for as long, but you kind of get in that rhythm and you kind of, I don't know how it works, but
I mean, I guess that's the same concept as if I spin around in a circle for a minute, I'm going to get the same feeling as being drunk, but for
that doesn't,
significantly less time.
that doesn't feel good, nor is it a novel experience. Because, that's just kind of makes you feel sick.
I'm not really a guy that does things for experiences. I don't really care for experiences,
I see.
Like it's like my family is huge on like taking trips and doing things together and like going to Disneyland, or my mom was trying to go to New York and she wants to go with us and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, cool, that could be fun. But like, if I don't do it, I'm not going to care,
Yeah.
Like I could go 1 month or 10 years without going to like Disneyland or going to Hawaii or going anywhere and like still feel the same about it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hold experiences like that very highly.
So what what fulfills you then?
I don't know. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I playing live shows, putting stuff out as us, our program, like that kind of stuff.
Creativity.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
artistic outlets fulfill me.
Yeah, but I mean, don't all the great artists come up with the best shit on some type of drugs, or when they're in an uncomfortable situation, or when they're in some type of altered state of mind? I mean, there's millions of examples of the best songs being written on during like an LSD trip, or
I mean, it's
something to that extent.
depends on who you ask.
It is, yeah, I guess, but yeah.
You ever tried to do anything while you're completely fucking schmacked?
Like alcohol?
Or a drug?
Yeah, so when I was in high school, I used to to write my essays, high school and early college. Like if I had like a 6-page paper due or something, I'm a bad procrastinator.
Okay.
Not now, but I was.
Yeah.
I've got my time management pretty good now, but I would get a little bit drunk and I would write the paper at night. In the morning I'd wake up, proofread it. But dude, when you're a little tipsy and you're writing about something you don't really give a shit about, the bullshit comes out so much easier. It's just like you're more fluent in the bullshit. And when you're proofreading, like all I needed to do was just kind of make the little grammar edits.
See, I
But
feel
the
like
content was pretty good.
I feel like I'm the exact opposite.
Really?
I'm really good at bullshitting just straight up. Like,
yeah.
and then when I'm intoxicated or like mentally impaired, I can't think like that, you know? Like if I'm trying to play music or if I'm trying to write music or trying to whatever it may be, right? I can't think straight. So I feel like it's just not worth it, you know? And so I just don't do it. Which is like it's like these I can fully admit that I do believe that these great artists that have these great songs were able to write it on some type of narcotic or completely shit-faced or whatever it may be, right? But I feel like because it affects people differently, I just don't have that effect, you know? Like, there's no part of a high that I have experienced that makes me want to do it.
But the thing is, you haven't experienced.
I know, but the experiences I have had the exact opposite effect. It has made me not want to go anywhere near it.
Right. But I mean, just to be fair, the experiences you've had are marijuana and alcohol.
Yeah.
And those are completely different than other drugs.
Well, yeah, but then when you think about it, every drug beyond marijuana being, you know, what they are.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so something that's on my bucket list is I want to go to South America and have like a whole like shaman experience where like a guided shaman takes me through like a mushroom trip or an ayahuasca trip, something to that extent.
Interesting.
But that's what they have there. It's completely legal down there. So you fly down, you book a whole thing. They put you up in a very nice little thing. And then you're in the middle of a fucking green, lush mountain forest. And you're sitting in like a little hut or something with them. And they could play music. And you kind of just lay there and you go on a trip. And they help guide your trip in a very like not successful, but like very professional manner. And they're there to help you get what you want out of a trip. And it's very, it's very well practiced, I would say.
Interesting.
That's definitely like on a bucket list for me.
Interesting.
Yeah. Would you ever do something like that?
No.
Never? What about when you're 80? Like when I'm 80, bro, like when I'm 80, let me tell you this. When I'm 80 years old, it's going to be just feed them to me. Like if you got heroin on you, let me get it.
Well, you can't speak for yourself because you're not 80.
Right. Yeah, you're right. But I'm just saying this now.
So that 80-year-old you can disagree with you?
Yeah, hopefully. Well, I mean, I'm going to live to 200, I think, but so maybe 80 is a little early, maybe 120. But like when I'm old, you know, and I'm in that last final stage of life, like I want to experience everything. Maybe not meth, because like people sell their kids for that. And that sounds a little harsh, but it must be good.
And things like that are why I do not do drugs and have no interest in them.
Well, meth, that's a man-made drug.
Yeah, synthetic.
Mm-hmm. But there are like natural amphetamines that you could do and you can find out there. Stimulants, you know.
It's just not attractive to me whatsoever.
Yet.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
when
can't
you're
speak for myself.
Yeah, I bet when you're 35, you're gonna have some interest.
You think?
Yeah, we'll go to South America, Peru or something.
I don't think I will.
I'll
film you doing it. I think it'd be really funny.
Yeah.
They probably don't let you film that kind of shit, but
there's a really good book by Michael Pollan called How to Change Your Mind. And it's the history of LSD and the history of like psychedelics in the natural sense. But really what he focuses on is like LSD and how it came about, how it was created, how I think his name is Albert Hoffman or Philip Hoffman. No, Philip Hoffman's the guy who overdosed on heroin, right? Yeah, it's Albert Hoffman. That's how he says it. and he accidentally dosed himself. He was the guy who created LSD. He first synthesized it, and he did it on accident, and he didn't know what he was, like, he knew what he was doing, but it was just an accident, and he wrote in his diary back then in the 50s or whatever, and he was riding his bike home, and he was tripping on acid, but he didn't know it, and he was, like, riding his bike miles and miles home, and he, like, recounts this crazy experience, and so he makes it again.
Jesus.
Yeah, but it's a really, really, really good book. It kind of ends up focusing on about how we should somehow in America start to accept these types of drugs and those experiences because it has great benefits for people who are terminally ill, who are scared to die. Mushroom or psilocybin, I guess it's the official, scientific term of the active ingredient that makes you trip. But psilocybin trips are able to get people off of alcohol and off of smoking, people that have been addicted for years and years. So it kind of like helps them change their perspective on addiction and life in general. There's a lot of good benefits about it. I think you just have to use it right. I think like if you're going to trip on acid, like on your way to Joshua Tree or something, like that's not going to be a good experience. And that's probably not like the most like profound way to do it, but maybe these shamanistic experiences are the way to go.
Interesting.
Kind of a guided trip. Yeah. I want to experience it before I die, I think. Like, I want to know what heroin's like before I die.
I don't have bucket lists because that's just preparing yourself to die. I'd rather just live.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to live till 200. I already said it, but yeah. I don't think I'm going to be the first person, but I'll definitely be one of the...
You'll be up there.
Yeah, one of the first people to live to 200.
Respect.
Yep. This Waterloo's going to keep me going.
Yeah, man, I don't have interest in drugs, to be honest. But speaking of drugs influencing music, did you hear the new Greta Van Fleet album?
Of course I did.
You like it?
It's a good album.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You going to get into rock a little bit?
What do you mean?
Are you going to get into rock music a little bit?
I'm always into rock music. What are you talking about?
You're not into rock music.
It's not my favorite genre. But yeah, I've always been.
There's good music out there, my man.
I've been to 10 Blink-182 concerts.
Jesus Christ. Can you name 10 Blink-182 songs?
Yeah, I can name almost every song. I know almost every word.
Give me
to
10.
Every song except the new stupid. You know what sucks is like I really liked Alkaline Trio.
Yeah.
And I really liked Blink-182. And I was super excited when Matt Skiba was going to come over to Blink-182. And what they ended up doing was just not for me.
So I have a very unpopular opinion.
Mm-hmm.
California is one of my favorite Blink albums.
Yeah, I knew you'd say some stupid shit like that. That's crazy.
California is a really good fucking album.
That's crazy.
And then their self-titled album is really good too.
Self-titled's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was like obsessed with Blink-1. Like, I love Blink-182.
Yeah, being a SoCal guy. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I know all of, I know everything.
You know everything.
Yep, I know all of.
Do you know 44,
what their all of Boxcar Racer?
Do you know what their clothing brands are?
Yep, Atticus was the old one. Travis has Famous Stars and Straps.
You're missing
one. And then Tom DeLonge had Macbeth.
Oh wow. Okay, so what's Mark Hoppus's new clothing brand?
Hi, my name is Mark.
Wow, yep, look at him,
dude! I'm telling you, I was super in it.
Jesus.
I mean, I listen to Jimi Hendrix all the time. I used to be really into the Beatles when I used to smoke in junior high.
I have another unpopular opinion.
Pink Floyd. I love Pink Floyd. I know you probably don't like the Beatles, but you're right. Is that your unpopular opinion? Yeah. You're just like my brother. My brother has no respect for the Beatles. I don't understand.
Okay.
But you have a Doors fucking record right behind you. You put up a Doors record for the people, but how do you like the Doors and not the Beatles?
Whoa. Let's calm that conversation down right now.
Just saying, how does that even make sense?
I have respect for the Beatles and what they did.
Okay.
I don't like their music.
That's trash.
I have the same feeling for Nirvana.
Okay, I get that. I like Nirvana, but like I went through like one Nirvana phase. I think everyone goes through like a tiny Nirvana phase, and that's it.
I've never liked Nirvana.
Yeah, I mean they suck, but but they suck relative to this time period, right? Like it's. Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like they did a lot, and I feel like a lot of the other bands coming out of the Seattle grunge movement were so much better. It just happened to be Nirvana going first.
I never got into grunge.
Dude,
I don't like Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam is fucking
I
phenomenal.
like one song by Pearl Jam.
Alice in Chains?
Never listened to them.
Alice in Chains is fucking
But I've heard a couple
phenomenal.
songs, but like I've never in my free time.
I saw Alice in Chains with Korn.
Yeah, Korn sucks too.
Korn's amazing.
No, they suck. They're
now you
trash.
just sound like an idiot.
No. I was really into Slipknot.
Now you sound like a real idiot.
My Chemical Romance.
Oh, yeah.
The Black Parade was the first album I ever bought with my own money.
Oh, look at you. I'm proud of you.
So, did you guys ever have EB Games out here?
No.
So it was right before
Or,
GameStop.
I mean, maybe.
You just don't know about it. EB Games was a store. GameStop bought them out.
Okay.
I don't know if that's just like if they only had one. I don't know EB Games, but they were in my hometown, and they used to sell music CDs, and so we all put our money together to pre-order the Black Parade.
Interesting.
Yep, first album I bought. Super into them. Super into like that kind of genre when I was real young.
Were you excited when they announced their comeback?
Yeah, I saw them with Blink-182.
I know.
Yeah.
You and fucking Chris did. And he never
Yeah.
lets us live that down.
Yeah,
I've
it was
never
alright.
seen My Chem.
It wasn't. It's whatever.
Dude, My Chem's amazing. My Chem's probably one of my favorite bands.
Yeah, but like whatever that cartoon album they did, that's
Oh,
trash.
Danger Days?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
That's a very unpopular opinion, too.
Yeah, I know that album did really well, and I don't understand why.
Neither do I.
Like I just don't get it. But
Like-
I guess people were into anime back then. Like that was kind of before I ever even knew what anime was.
I kind of feel like people were more into like what the band was as opposed to what the music was.
You know
if
what
that
happened
makes sense.
is like it became too much of a scene for me.
Yeah.
Like all of that music in general. Like I was super into. I used to listen to like screamo and hardcore and like all that stuff. Right.
Watch where you step, bro.
Right. No. But I used to be super into it, but it all became too much of a scene. Like it all became like too much like
It's
all
almost
these-
clicky.
Yeah, all these people like they started getting the fucking Black Widow from Danger Days tattooed on them, and I was just like, grow up. You're in high school. What are we doing here? And
Says to the guy that has a band tattoo.
I have a Slipknot tattoo.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Oh
on
my
my leg.
God.
I love Slipknot.
You're
They're good.
ridiculous.
Yep.
They're not that good.
They're super good.
Yeah,
You're just wrong.
they're just overrated.
I mean, I don't listen to them anymore, but they were like my childhood.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Corey Taylor is amazing.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I just don't like the music they make.
Yeah, Corey Taylor's amazing. Stone
Yeah.
Sour is pretty good too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what the new Greta Van Fleet album did for me was it really brought back like a lot of the Jimi Hendrix and Led Zeppelin vibes
Yeah.
from like when I was a kid. I loved it.
Yeah, for sure.
That was really good. I actually listened to it today in the gym.
Nice. What's
Yeah.
your favorite concert experience?
My favorite concert experience. Let's see. I have a few for different reasons.
Okay.
So the best performance I ever saw, Streetlight Manifesto.
Okay.
You know who they are?
Yes.
Yeah. They put on the best show. I've seen them, I think, 4 times now. They put on the best show, hands down. They're all just so talented. It's such a fun show. The crowd is so fun. So they're like one of my favorite performances.
Okay.
Actually, it was, yeah, so that and when I saw Mac Miller, it was like performance-wise, they were the 2 artists that made me not even want to be like in the crowd having fun. Like I wanted to be in the back just watching everything because like it's such like a fun experience to also just watch what happens.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up always being in the mosh pit. I would go to like, what's the band called? Oh man, it's gonna fucking kill me. They had
You're getting there. You'll get there.
Tears Around Me.
It-
Your tears don't fall.
Oh, Bullet for My Valentine.
Bullet for My Valentine. I went to a bunch of Bullet for My Valentine concerts when I was young, and like it was before I had any place of being in a mosh pit. But like all the big guys they were having so much fun in the crowd, and so
Yeah.
like, I always grew up to have fun in the crowd. But then yeah, those are the 2 artists that I really just wanted to sit back and watch what happens. So performance wise, them, Mac Miller and Streetlight Manifesto. But concert experiences, one of my favorite experiences was I saw, it It wasn't technically Sum 41, but right when Derek got out of the hospital and he got sober and he was coming back to make music.
Yeah.
I was at his first performance back. And dude, it was in a room maybe the size of like this apartment, like from your door to the kitchen wall in the back. And there was probably like 300 people in there. And there was like a little stage. And it was all just one level. And it was the most fun I've ever had, like in a pit.
Yeah.
Like everyone was just having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great experience.
Music's crazy, dude. Especially like that scene. That's where I started. Was that like I started going to concerts when I was in high school. My freshman year of high school was the first time I went to a concert, and I was in that little like emo group, basically the scene group.
Yeah.
I would dye my hair black and fucking paint my nails and put on eyeliner. It was a whole fucking thing, bro.
Yeah, those were the people I tried to avoid as a kid.
Yeah.
Even though like we all had the same interest, like I had the same interest as those people.
You just didn't want to be seen with them.
I don't like people who are very expressive, I think.
I am the most expressive person.
Yeah.
I don't know why we have a podcast together.
No, you're not. Not now.
Not now. I'm very reserved now.
Yeah.
But anyway, like in high school, I did not give a fuck. It was funny because I was the quarterback of the football team, and then also that guy when we got out of the locker room. So it was like the whole football team would go one way, and I'd go the other way to my fucking band nerd friends and shit. That's like hilarious. That. It's fucking hilarious. But that's when I started going to concerts. Was when I was into all that, like Bring Me the Horizon, fucking Mice and Men, and all that. I never
got into Bring Me the Horizon.
They had one really fucking good album.
Dude, I went to my first Warped Tour.
The Warped Tour scene.
Yeah, me and my friend Jack, we went and we saw Mice and Men were in the crowd, and we weren't like in the main pit, but we were kind of like a little to the side. And all of a sudden, we see someone chucking up a butterfly knife, just straight up, straight down. He just kept throwing a fucking butterfly knife in the air.
What the fuck?
He was in the pit, and we were just like, "Well, this isn't for us."
Nah.
But you know who puts on a really good show though? Against Me. Have you ever?
I've never seen them. I know them. I've never seen them.
I got on stage and I sung a song with Laura Jane Grace, the singer.
Really?
Yeah, it was a whole lot of fun. Yeah, I have a video
Interesting.
of it. It was great.
I in my personal experience, I have noticed that pop punk bands put on better shows, in my opinion, than like hardcore. So like I've seen a lot of both shows, but like, and I don't want to be biased by saying this, but fucking Knuckle Puck puts on the best live show. They're
your favorite.
Yeah. I've seen them probably, I think 8 times now. And I've seen them on Warped Tour. I've seen them, you know, do you know what the fuck is that place called in North Park?
House of Blues?
No, that's downtown.
I don't know that.
There's I'm gonna get fucking yelled at for this, but there's a venue in North Park that's like, it's bigger. It's more like a theater-esque vibe, but I saw them there and they just fucking, the whole crowd the entire time jumping up and down, mosh is going, crowd surfing's going. It's crazy. And then I'm gonna like backtrack a little bit and kind of counter myself. Stick to Your Guns. Have you ever heard of them?
I heard of them.
They're a hardcore like punk band almost. They put on a fucking crazy show. I saw them with my buddy Parker. I don't know if you remember him, but they put on a crazy show. Yeah,
I never got into those bands a lot. Like the Stick to Your Guns and the Knuckle Puck, like they kind of came up at the same time.
I was very into the underground.
Yeah.
I started
a couple years behind me though.
I'm like 1 year behind you, bro.
But like a couple in terms of school years.
Nah. What year did you graduate?
2014.
Oh shit, I am 2 years behind you.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean I think that because a lot of like the same, like my younger friends who are kind of your age, like a lot of Crystal's experience, like her and her friends were like, they talk about Knuckle Puck and stuff. It's like, it just missed me.
Yeah.
Missed it by a cunt's hair. That's a saying, okay? That's a saying.
That was a good one. Yeah, I went from like the like top level of like all the big like Asking Alexandrias and
Oh yeah.
Bring Me the Horizon and like the big bands like that. I went from them and I just jumped straight down into all the
Ask
like,
Alexandria was powerful.
yeah, dude.
They were their first 2 albums.
I loved
crazy.
both those albums.
Yeah.
I saw them on Warped Tour.
I saw my Warped Tour.
I saw them the one time I've seen that band. I had a huge Asking Alexandria phase.
Oh yeah, me too. It was
I had
deep.
a huge,
I had
like
a deep one.
fucking Stand Up and Scream, Reckless and Relentless.
Yeah.
Like those albums were
was
on
so
repeat
good.
for me. They were so good.
Dude, I met him.
Dude, the one time I saw him was when Danny had just left the band.
Oh, that's
I saw him with Dennis.
Ugh.
I was
Yeah.
like, and he's good, but
Shortly after he left, I was at a dinner on Hollywood Boulevard.
okay.
I was at a birthday dinner, and he was eating at the table next to me. So when he got up and was leaving, I was like, "Bro, I gotta just say hi."
Just gotta
to
go
you."
for it?
Yeah, and so I talked to him, and we took a picture. And it
He was a nice guy.
He was a nice guy. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a cool. He
but
seems like
that
a cool
whole
guy.
scene. They made it fun, like being from the LA area. Like they made it fun to like rep LA again.
Yeah.
You know, because like he really went like, I mean,
Did you ever listen to the
addiction
side
and
project?
everything.
Yeah.
I don't recall if I ever listened. I'll be honest.
We Are Harlot.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was like it was this weird hair metal band.
Yeah, it's the same with Of Mice and Men. I fell off shortly after they started doing all the change ups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
I just couldn't really.
I never got like Of Mice and Men was the band when I was in high school.
Their lyrics were really good.
I never
That's
really
what got me about them.
I never So, okay, here's a very very interesting question. I have this debate a lot with Angela. When you listen to music, do you listen to lyrics first or do you listen to the music first?
It depends what I'm listening to, but I'm a lyric head. Like that's the most important part. So if your lyrics are slacking, you better have really good music to back it up.
I'm the exact opposite.
So is my brother.
It
I swear your interests are the same.
I almost can't listen to lyrics the first time through. Like Angela will be showing me a song, and we'll be halfway through it, and she's like, "Isn't this song super cute? Don't you like the lyrics?" I'm like, "I haven't listened to a single one."
Cute I agree.
Whatever it is.
So for
like,
cute songs, I don't listen to lyrics. I listen to the music.
I can't. I like the first time I hear a song, I have to just listen to the music, and I don't know if that's the musician. I
Give me
imagine
like an
not.
example. Like what's a song? What's a
Like fucking when Knuckle Puck put out their most recent album, they put out
Okay.
2020. I listened to every guitar part, every bass line, how the drums were flowing, like
Yeah.
everything like that.
More of a production.
And like I listen to the vocals, I just don't listen to the lyrics. I listen to like the vocal melody.
that makes
I
sense. for
listen
that
to how
genre of
everything
music.
coexists.
Yeah, for that genre
you know?
of music, it makes sense.
Or like hardcore.
Like
I listen to what instruments are coinciding with each other and like how the breakdown beat is like perfectly synced, or whatever it is, like I have to listen to the music first, and if the music slaps, I'll
Then you'll
repeat
get
it,
interested.
and then I'll like hear the lyrics.
Yeah,
It's almost like a second clarity, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I guess it depends what mood I'm in. But like for a lot of rap, it's like
Well, and rap like is a very opposite thing where like
it's not though.
it's basically all the lyrics.
No, the production does so much in rap. Like, if you've ever tried to make a beat, you would know, like, there's so much to it to make a really good beat, to make a really good production. And it's like I could listen to the same song with absolutely no lyrics. Like, if you just turn the rapper down, because like the beat and the production is so well made. Like it's so layered. There's so much to it. And like, it takes a lot of skill to be able to do something like that. But to an outsider, I don't think you think, I'm not saying you are, but I'm saying like to the most punkers that I know who aren't really into rap, like they don't understand it, but it's so nuanced. Like making a beat is just as a really good beat is just as impressive as like writing a really good song.
I get that, but like my argument would be like that's how rappers are compared, like their flow, their rhythm, their how many words can they spit,
Right, for the
how do they-
artist. But that's why there's so much.
I want you though, in this instance, to separate the rapper from the beat maker, because most of the time, arguably, they are two separate people. Like a rapper will get approached with a beat and say, I got this for you, go hard. And then they just spit words over it, you know, as opposed to like the cream of the crop in hip hop or whatever it is. They are like making their own beats. They're producing their own music, you know.
I'm going to say this and we don't have to get too into it, but I think the exact opposite. I think the producer of a beat is more important than the rapper himself.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. I agree with you.
Like the producer of the beat is more important than the rap artist.
I agree because they are the ones making the music.
Yeah, and
that's what I was saying. The cream of the crop is the one that does.
Yeah, both. But that goes back to all of hip hop culture because it started as like, you know, scratching records and
as you would sample.
Yeah,
exactly.
And so like, and that was a fucking art form. Like if you watch any of the hip hop documentaries, like you see them, like, you know, did you watch what was the NWA movie? Straight Outta Compton?
Oh no, I did not.
Oh well, like it showed Dr. Dre as a kid, like when he first got his hands on like a record.
Yeah, you would scratch the record and rap over it.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah, I know that
and
part.
So that's like a whole art form in itself.
Yeah.
So I think that's more important because like when you have these big names like Eminem, it's like, of course everyone knows that Eminem's a good artist, but like a huge issue for him in his career, I don't think an issue for him, but like an issue for the speculators out there where it was like, yeah, Eminem's great, but can he rap over like these new type of beats, like these new trap beats that are making it, making the rounds and making the headlines.
As far as Eminem goes specifically, that was the whole thing. Like he refused to do that. He did not want to do that. Like he thought it was bad.
No,
because I remember
his past 3 albums all are on trap beats.
Well, because he
found a way.
He singles it out in, what was that record? The one that had Kamikaze on it. I don't know the name of the record, but
I think it was called Kamikaze.
You think it was called Kamikaze?
Yeah,
it might be.
Album, yeah.
It was on that album. I was listening to it, and he literally is talking shit about trap music and talking about the triplet form and you know, all that kind of stuff that he just thought was absolutely horrible and that he wasn't going to do.
But the beats, you can have a lot of fun with the beats.
Yeah,
and I think he found a really good way. I mean, I forget who he's worked with, but yeah. Anyway, so I think the producer is more important in modern day rap than the rapper himself or herself.
I could agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. Yeah. Because it's like, it's a huge issue I have with a lot of pop artists where like I try to keep open-minded about all different genres of music. Like I enjoy the good stuff in everything.
Yep.
But like there's so many pop artists that don't write their own music.
Yeah.
And it kind of just ruins it for me. Because I'm like, you don't connect with this. This isn't your song, you know?
For me, like
as a songwriter myself, you know.
Like so when Cardi B came out, you know, of course she had her couple hits and whatever. Like everyone made fun of her or whatever. She made a club hit. Bodak Yellow, I think, was like the main thing. But she put out an album and it did very well. And she performed very well on it. But then it came out that she had a team of writers. She didn't write her own raps. And then I had to think for a moment because I actually really enjoyed her album, her first one, Invasion of Privacy. And I had to think, like, do I actually care at the fact that she didn't write her own lyrics? And I don't think I do. Because I think, like, if you have a team of people, like if me, you, and another friend of ours want to make up the best raps possible and, like, add all the jokes in there, all the punchlines that we possibly can, and it's like a 3 of us thing, then, like, technically I'm not writing my own lyrics. Right. But like we're a team of people and, you know, she had a close team of people that wasn't just like an industry where she would buy the words from the record label itself.
Yeah.
You know?
That is different though, because like she is involved in that creative process. It's kind of like
That's true.
It's like saying like within, we'll use my band, for example. It's like saying, you know, I wrote this song. Well, it's like, no, I didn't. The 3 of us wrote it, you know, like it's not my song. It's the industry's song. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest issue I have with it is when you have multiple people contributing to a project and then it goes under one person's name where like
Kesha or something or whatever pops.
Yeah. Up. Where it's a tricky situation. Like going off what you just said, I get that. And that is something I can support if they're being, you know, if they're helping the creative process, but it's like, major pop stars will take a song and just sing it, you know, like it's written and then you are just singing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I have an issue with that too, especially for pop because like I know some people will, back up the pop structure of music and say it's not just like the easiest thing to make in the world, but like you could do a lot with 3 chords. And, if you just have that like pop formula down, then there's really no like soul to it, I would say. Like if you're just singing someone else's lyrics, like all they really need for the pop industry is to have a good voice and a pretty person, and they can have a celebrity because they already know the formula on how to make a good pop song, right? They already know the good words to say. You include baby a lot, talk about love, right? Either love lost or love gained, and that interests people. And then all you need is someone who can sing it well, right? So like that's my issue with pop at least. But then I kind of dig a little deeper and I get to the person like Justin Bieber, right? Like I made so much fun of Justin Bieber my whole entire life. But bro, like the new Peaches song, he has a couple good songs that is just like you could really feel it. Like you could feel, I don't know if he wrote it, I don't know if his team did. I don't even care because like you could feel so much of the song when he's singing, and he has such a good voice and he's a good performer. But I think the pop industry is just kind of like soul sucking.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's like authentic. Like when you have something like your band, it's like authentic because you're all creating it. You're all putting so much into it, and like that comes through in the music more so than in like a radio hit pop song.
Yeah.
But then I also am kind of ignorant to it because I'm not in the pop industry. I don't really know pop artists and their stories.
It really comes down to what I was saying is like, are they involved in the creative process or are they just being given a song and told to sing it? That's the really only thing that matters.
Yeah, I agree.
In my opinion. Because like if I can really tell when someone is handed a song and told to sing it. Like you can tell. You don't feel it.
Yeah.
As opposed to someone that writes what they're, performing and actually feels it.
Yeah. I think it kind of depends. There's some artists out there who I'm fine with just viewing them as an entertainer, right? Like I give them some pass because I don't even care if they wrote the song or how they even got to the point they're at or whatever, because like I just want them to entertain me. And that's kind of how I view pop. But then when I listen to like a rap song or, Greta Van Fleet's new album, like I'm listening for like something deeper than just the entertainment aspect. Like I'm listening for skill, uniqueness, lyrics, music, the whole entire production value, so
you're saying you listen to pop a different way than you listen to other music.
Yeah. Or at least I view it like, cause I don't actively listen to pop, but like I kind of view it like if we came up on some like Ariana Grande tickets for free, like I would go to a show cause it's free. And in that moment, all I would want is like to be entertained, right? Like I'm not putting all the added pressure on her because maybe something deep down, like I don't think she could live up to like, the standards of an artist that I follow, whether that's true or not. But I'm just saying like in that moment, all I want to be is entertained. But if we went to a Greta Van Fleet concert, like I would want so much more than just pure entertainment,
Okay. I can see where you're going.
Makes some sense.
Well, let's wrap up today's podcast with nothing other than you hear the sigh of happiness. Jason, go ahead and tell them what it's time for.
It's the quote of the day.
Can you say it a little louder, my friend?
It's the quote of the day.
It's the motherfucking quote of the day.
Motherfucker. Okay.
Thank you. Today's quote is okay. To stop the flow of music would be like the stopping of time itself. Incredible and inconceivable. That's a good quote.
Yeah, but when I got here, when you opened your laptop, I saw you. What did you Google? You said
no,
you said
bro.
Popular music
Aaron,
quotes.
it's by Aaron Copland.
Who the fuck is that?
What do you mean? You don't know who Aaron Copland is?
No.
How?
Give me some backstory in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
How do you not know who he's an American composer, dude? He was referred to by his peers and critics as the dean of American composers. I'm just saying.
Whatever, bro. That's a fine quote.
Did lots of old movies. He composed the music for Of Mice and Men.
The movie?
Yeah, 1939.
That was a great film. It really was. Good
I
film,
don't
too.
think I watched the original.
Oh, you should.
I think I watched the remake.
Also, the original Great Gatsby. That's my biggest. What was the character's name?
Not Copeland. Copland. I apologize.
So who did you have a celebrity crush on?
The girl from the Karate Kid.
So I've never seen Karate Kid.
How have you never seen the fucking Karate
Yeah, I
Kid?
never have.
How?
I just haven't. No one ever showed
Have
me.
you watched Cobra Kai on Netflix?
No, never.
Why?
There wasn't that a YouTube show?
It was, and then it got picked up by Netflix.
Yeah, I'm not watching YouTube shows.
Dude, it's
just-
a Netflix show.
Yeah, I
it's a
don't hate
Netflix original series.
I think I come across as a hater sometimes.
You are a hater.
I just say things because.
You say things for the sake of pissing people off.
So here's the thing.
Here's the things.
The thing that
The things
that you like, you really like,
Yeah.
and like you feel personally.
I'm very
about.
passionate about
Right.
things.
And so when you like something and I just maybe it hasn't even hit my radar, I just automatically hate it because I'm trying to rile you up. But like I don't.
What a good friend you are.
I know. It's just my personality. I'm not a hater though. I like everything.
I don't believe you.
I do. Like I really, really like
Movie night.
pretty much everything.
Have
Yeah.
Crystal come over. We'll watch The Karate Kid.
That sounds like torture. I'm not even.
It's such a
joking.
good movie.
The Karate Kid seems dumb.
It's
like Back
such a
to the
good
Future
movie.
seems dumb too.
Classic movies.
I've never seen them. I've missed it. I grew up outdoors.
You really wanted to do another 30 minutes just to say that?
No. I want to talk about celebrity crushes. So what does she look like? Can you pull up a picture of her?
Yeah.
Yeah, put it on the TV.
Why?
Well, I want to see. And the people want to see. They're interested.
Okay. I don't even remember the actress's name.
She's like, is she the one for you?
No. Oh, I can't even spell karate.
Karate.
Let me figure this out. Who's your celebrity crush? Was it just that Great Gatsby girl?
Oh, she got me going back in the day.
Yeah?
Yeah, Jordan Baker was the whatever actress. Do you remember her real name? The girl who played her.
No, I haven't seen that. Elizabeth Shue. That's who it is.
All right. She looks like a shoe.
She looks like a shoe. Where is...
I see it. She's very pretty.
She is.
Oh yeah, look at that. She's very pretty.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Look. Pull up a modest picture.
Is that
Very
still
pretty.
like your main one?
No.
Who's like your main celebrity crush?
My main celebrity crush?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please don't tell me you like that redhead. Everyone likes that redhead girl. Who's that?
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah. Why does
She-
everyone like her?
I
She's pretty. I mean, nothing
Yeah,
against
she's
her,
pretty.
but like everyone makes such a big thing of her.
don't look at this.
Famous music quotes. Like I said,
Do you know who We're the In Crowd is?
I've never heard that in my life.
So it was one of those Warped Tour bands. I had the biggest crush on the lead singer of that band for the longest time.
Yeah.
And I always got made fun of it because she looks apparently like my ex.
Pull up a picture.
And I have argued this like to the T because I don't believe
Yeah, I
it.
guess if my celebrity crush was someone who looked like my ex-girlfriend, I would keep that on the low.
I'd never believed it. Tay Jardine.
She's cute.
She's pretty.
Yeah, she's
very pretty.
She's like the epitome of what I would define as like cute.
Yeah. She's got like that little kid cuteness almost.
That's kind of creepy.
Not like that. You fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
It's not gonna load the high res image, but yeah, dude. I was crushing on her basically the entirety of high school.
You know whom like my very first celebrity crush was?
Who?
Jessica Biel.
Jessica
that is?
Biel. I know, yeah.
Justin Timberlake's wife.
Yeah.
She was in a show called Seventh Heaven, the religious show. You ever watch that?
No.
I used to watch it. It was like on ABC Family or something like that, or the CW or whatever. Dude,
Really?
I still have like the biggest crush on her. And
Really?
Yeah, she was in the either 1999 or 2000 Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because they just like have remade that movie a bunch.
Yeah.
But she was in the 99 or 2000 one of it, and it's the best one. And she is like so fucking good looking in it, and but not even like just with her looks, like she's such a good actress, and she's in a new series on Netflix. Not series, but it's kind of like this crime thing.
Okay.
She was like psycho. She killed a bunch of people, and like you're kind of figuring out why and what happened to her.
Really?
And she was so good. Yeah, pull up her IMDb real quick.
What?
Do you know her?
Yes, I know her.
Yeah, she's an amazing actress. There you go. What's the newest thing?
2003.
2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What's her most recent thing?
I don't know. It's on Google.
Yeah, pull up The Sinner. The Sinner is a show on Netflix. And she was in the first series of it, the first season.
I know that guy. I always thought he was a douchebag.
I don't know who that is. The old guy?
No, that guy.
Oh, yeah, I don't know him. But anyway, yeah, so she was in the first season. It was a super good show. I recommend it. But yeah, she still is my biggest celebrity crush. Her, Emma Stone, Mila Kunis. They're the only three like girls that I could even, I think they're the only three actresses I could really even name off the top of my head.
What about guys?
I mean, I just know like Jonah Hill and James Franco.
No, as in like, you don't think any guys are hot? You never looked at a guy and been like, yeah, he's hot.
Oh yeah, me and Crystal saw a 10 at the airport.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, this dude was a fucking 10. It's so intimidating to be around a 10 because there's like nothing you could do about it. Like, I pointed him out first, but there's like nothing I have on him. You know what I'm saying?
So you just immediately knew that you were nothing compared to him.
Yeah, and you know what was like even more attractive? So we pointed him out, right? And I was just like 10, and Crystal was like, yeah. And he's like this probably 6'3", he looks super in shape. He has all the right tattoos, dressed well, looks very like calm, peaceful. And he was at the gate talking to the person. We're like, oh, I wonder what he's doing. And he was picking up his kids who flew alone.
Oh,
And like, because you have to sign off on unaccompanied minors.
yeah.
And it was like the cutest thing to see like how happy his kids were to see him, you know? But then I was just like, oh shit, like this dude has it all.
Yeah.
Like if
And you have nothing.
I have nothing. Like if he was at a park, he could get any girl he wants.
Yeah.
With his kids.
Just running around with the kid.
There's
man.
nothing I could have done.
Oh man.
It's so intimidating. But I don't know a lot of celebrities. Like I just don't know names.
Really?
Yeah, I know like comedians very well, and that's kind of all I know.
Dude, you just got to watch movies.
Yeah, I know.
We keep talking about this movie night and you just don't do it.
I hate movies.
I don't understand.
I don't like watching them. I don't care about it. Like I'll watch them and I'll enjoy it, but like I don't care about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard for me to get invested in that. I watched a lot of movies as a kid, I guess. Okay, so what my dad used to do is he would allegedly. So allegedly what he would do is he would go onto all these websites and download all these movies for free.
Yeah.
And burn them onto a CD, like allegedly. And then we would just watch them. And like back in the LimeWire days. And we'd get all these movies that would come out and they'd be big box office hits, but they would come out like in Australia first.
Yeah.
And so we would get those cuts and then we'd watch them. And then like the next year I see them promoting it in the US. And I was like, I've already seen that movie.
Okay.
But yeah, we used to watch like a new movie every night. You know, like when I told the story about losing my virginity, we were watching the A-Team. Like we were watching the A-Team before it came out to the US. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I used to be really into movies in that aspect, but I never cared about like the actors to like know their names or follow them.
Really?
Yeah, never once. Like I know the big names, of course, you know, because it's impossible not to.
Yeah.
You know, but
I don't know. I don't know what it is about it.
What actors do you like?
What actors do I like?
Like for some reason, everyone thinks that Jake Gyllenhaal guy is like the most attractive person, but
I do think he's attractive. I think
that's foolish to me.
Nah, man.
He seems like, I mean, I'm not attractive, so I can't speak, and I'm not trying to speak negatively of him. Like, he has a great body and everything.
Yeah.
But like in some of the movies, like he is not the most attractive guy, and everyone's like freaking out over him.
He's got a weird, almost like kid next door type thing. Like guy next door type thing, you know?
Yeah, you keep talking about kids, so I want to go into this a little bit more.
Start thinking I'm
I'll have to cut that out.
just bleep it.
Yeah.
No, like Ryan Reynolds.
Okay, Ryan Reynolds.
Incredible actor, fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but
and attractive.
Very attractive. Did you ever see what was the fucking his comedy movies back in the day?
Yeah.
Van Wilder.
No.
You've never seen Van Wilder?
No. You've never seen the fucking Karate Kid. Don't raise your voice at me. Sit the fuck back down.
No, but you're claiming to be a fan of this guy. Dude, you've never seen Van Wilder?
Nah, man.
What? That's shocking to me. Did you ever see
Don't play this game.
American Pie?
Yes.
Yeah. Van Wilder was like the better American Pies. Dude, if you want to see Ryan Reynolds in his prime, Van Wilder.
Yeah.
I think a couple of them.
I think Ryan Reynolds is in his prime right now.
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, he's like top of the world right now, but I just mean like in his comedic prime, like
I think his comedic
young.
prime is right now.
Dude, I don't know. Watch Van Wilder is very good.
Dude, have you watched Deadpool?
Yeah, I saw it.
Have you watched what's the fucking Hitman's Bodyguard?
Nuh-uh.
Watch the Hitman's Bodyguard.
I won't.
You need
But I'll
to.
say I will.
I don't know what to do with you. And then you jump like, you haven't seen Van Wilder?
Yeah.
What?
What about? Oh, we talked about Accepted last time I was here. Yeah, I mean, I feel like here's the thing, okay? And I don't want to be. I'm not knocking it to anyone else. I'm trying to not be a hater.
You are a hater, so just do it.
But I say hater things. I don't mean them. However you interpret that, that's fine with me. But like for me, I left movies like in my childhood.
Okay.
Like I watched a lot of movies, and that was it. And then once I kind of like stopped being a child, I was done with like wanting to see movies. Like now I kind of look for movies in a different aspect. Like I'll see The Irishman, you know, like I'll see like the hits, but yeah, I don't
make sense
follow
to me.
the Justice League and the turtles that fight each other. I don't follow all that.
Neither do I, but like that has nothing to do with like
the Mortal
watching
Kombat movie.
movies.
Do you want to watch a Mortal Kombat movie?
No.
Dude, that thing looks like the dumbest piece of shit I've ever seen in my life.
I can guarantee you I can one-up you.
Why are they making a movie on Mortal fucking Kombat? That's like making a Call of Duty movie.
Did you ever watch the preview for the World of Warcraft movie?
I don't even know what that is.
World of Warcraft?
Oh, the game?
Yeah.
They made a movie out of that?
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid. If you have ever watched that stupid ass movie recently, not if you watch it when it first came out, but if you continuously watch it and you are telling people to watch it because it's a good movie, you should probably never fucking talk to me. Just never talk to me. Like,
I had no clue where that was going to go.
I had no clue either, but that's the nicest way I could say it. If you liked the World of Warcraft movie, just never fucking talk to me. You know what else? If you like the Mortal Kombat movie that just came out and you're not below the age of 10, never fucking talk to me. Just, if you see me walking down the street, even if you want to yell at me or flip me off, just turn around. Like, just, it's not going to be fun. Like, just don't talk to me.
Please yell at him.
Like, what other movies are there? There's some stupid fucking movies. The Ninja Turtle movie I saw, but that's because I went with an ex-girlfriend's little brother.
Okay.
I saw it with a kid, right? What happened to your TV?
My computer
Oh
died.
my God. There goes our fucking fun in the background.
No, we're good.
But
we're having too much fun in the foreground.
But yeah, there's some
Foreground,
stupid ass
background?
movies out there.
Now I can stretch out.
Do you know what? Okay, let's
right,
just get into
let's
this.
get into the real
I don't
cheese.
want to be a hater, and I'm not a
You're
hater.
a fucking hater. Only haters have to continuously say, I don't want to be a hater.
I just think there's something, I get that I don't understand it. Like, I get that there's something I'm missing and I don't understand the appeal of a lot of things. And so I understand that the movies and the entertainment or whatever it is, the games, they're not for me, right? They're not advertised for me, so I don't even need to have an opinion on them, right? But like people, and I know I'm gonna pull some fucking strings right now. Okay, I'm gonna offend a lot of people in my life, but like,
I just want to preface this by saying I may or may not agree with him.
no, he disagrees with me full-heartedly. I could tell you, if you are fucking watching superhero movies at this point in life, grow the fuck up and stop being like read a book that isn't a fucking fiction dickhole book. Like, read a book that isn't Harry Potter or Final Fantasy or whatever books come out nowadays. But like, if you're still following like the narrative of superheroes at this point in your life, just fucking stop. Like, that's just what I believe. I can't believe it. Right? And you probably watch, what are the movies nowadays? I think Angela's home. And she would probably yell at me if she heard me say that.
Okay. So I'm going to start my 5-part fuck you by saying that literally came from the mouth of the fucking douchebag that brought ginger shots to my house as a body cleanse.
Angela, do you like ginger shots? There you go. I was going to bring you one today. I'll bring you one.
Also comes from the man who has never expressed any creative outlet or thought highly of any kind of art form in that manner.
What do you mean? You don't know that? I make music. No, I don't.
Part 3. The man that has literally no fucking interest in anything to do with pop culture, literally is the anti to everything that is coming out nowadays simply because it is popular nowadays.
What are you going to do? Watch someone deflect something with its magical shield?
5.
Like, why do I care about this shit? Captain America?
The guy
who gives a
that
shit?
has never even seen the fucking Karate Kid.
Yeah, bro. I've never seen Karate Kid. But that's okay. That was before our time. When did that movie come out? In 81? You were born in 98.
Yes, and I have respect for cinema.
But you've never seen the Great Gatsby movie. The original. Let's also talk about that because that came up earlier. That new Great Gatsby movie was the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen in my life. How did they disrespect
the guy that literally starts every sentence by saying, I don't want to be a hater.
I don't, but that movie fucking sucked. It was the only movie.
You're just a hater.
It was the only movie in my life.
Premise for any argument you have is, I don't like this because every fucking person in the world is into this. Maybe that just fucking means it's good.
No, I've never said I don't like it.
Did you know that Avengers Endgame had the biggest box office revenue of all time?
Angela shook her fucking shoulders. She don't give a shit either.
Her opinion doesn't matter right now. You're the one that's on the podcast.
Listen, I never once said that I don't like something because other people like it. I think
that's what a hater does, and that's what you do.
No, I love the new Justin Bieber song. Thank you. Love it. The album, I listened to it. It's very good.
We're not talking about Justin Bieber right now. We're talking about pop culture.
He's pop culture.
Different kinds of pop culture. We're talking about movies.
Bro, I'm a fan of
TV.
The Circle on Netflix.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
It's a reality show on Netflix. I'm a huge fan of it.
The guy that watches The fucking Bachelor. Thank you.
Hey,
enough said.
Only the newest season. Let's be fair. But yeah. It's if you
don't even have the right to have an opinion.
If you're still at this point in your life where like you care about what Spider-Man does with his little webs, like I don't care. You watch Spider-Man? What's the newest like superhero movie? Like when people cared that Stan Lee died, I didn't understand it. Did you care when Stan Lee died? Did you?
Yes.
He was like he was
a fucking genius.
He was, dude, when Hugh Hefner died, I was like, fucking finally.
What the fuck do those two have anything to do with each other? One's a fucking Playboy entrepreneur. One's a fucking creative genius that invented the biggest comic book company in the fucking world.
And the Queen's husband, the guy who just died, I don't think he's a king, but like they look like they're just wasting Pedialyte on the world. Like they look like there's catheters being used for no reasons. Like let's just pull the plug now. I don't understand why we care about these people. The only person who's like very old that we should care about is Betty White. I understand she's like an icon. Also, I have no fucking clue how she got famous. What was she famous for? I just know her for being old.
She was on one of the fucking old-timey fucking sitcoms.
That's not good enough for me.
It was the Andy Griffith Show or some stupid shit like that. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that's not good enough for me. Although I respect
It's the same shit as you say in The Great Gatsby.
No, The Great Gatsby sucked.
No, the original.
Oh, it's a great movie. It's a good movie.
How? What?
She was on the Golden Girls.
That?
When was that? The 70s?
How do you?
From 1985 to 1992.
Yeah, why do I care? If it happened before,
Why do you care about a movie that was made in 1939?
Well, because we had to read about it in school. To be fair, we all had to read The Great Gatsby in high school.
Well, we were all told to.
Yeah, well, still. So, yeah, that's why. I mean, if we were told to watch Spider-Man in high school, maybe I'd have a different outcome for it. But like, it's just if you are concerned about like how funny Groot is in a movie, like,
what is your definition of concern?
well, I don't know. I don't know what concern means. I'm just saying.
So you're just spouting shit at this point.
What movie was he from?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. If you care about that, that's a different story. Chris Pratt's really funny. I didn't watch the movie, but I have more respect for that than I do like Spider-Man. Here's what I don't get about Spider-Man. They change the actor every fucking time they make a new movie. I don't understand this
It
stuff.
changes production companies.
That's so dumb. Just cut ties with it. We've all seen one of them. Let's just move on with our lives. Like, it's like remaking Superman. Why don't they keep doing that? Why is Superman out of all of the shit, but everyone else gets an infinite amount of characters and lifetimes? I haven't seen a Superman movie since I was a baby. Like, why aren't they doing that? Where's the newest Superman movie? Oh, they don't have one? Why? Because Christopher Reeves fell off a fucking horse and now it's like this nostalgic thing? But you get any high schooler who graduates has a clean-cut look to be Spider-Man? And I don't want to see a kid fly in his tighty-whities. I don't understand why America's all obsessed about this.
I'm just going to let the audience laugh at you at this point because there has been like 5 Superman movies in the last 10 years.
Yeah, it's so shocking to me. That's like remaking movies all the time with different casts. Like what new could be of it?
Literally everyone does that.
But who?
Except for Marvel because they have original fucking ideas.
But what's different about Spider-Man now that was not there 10 years ago? Like what controversies is he in now? Like why his web
You
still
realize
works?
there's like thousands of comic books written with all kinds of different storylines. You know, like they're not just recycling the same idea over and over and over again.
No, I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know that.
This podcast is over.
Yeah, that's all right.
Thank you for joining us today.
What's your hard take on anything? Do you have a hard take on anything? That's my hard take.
I have a hard take on you.
That's fine. Angela, where do you stand in all this? What superhero movies do you like nowadays?
I like ones that are actually funny and not just people blowing shit up every 2 seconds.
See, I respect that. She said ones that are actually funny and aren't
I
people.
do like Spider-Man for that reason. Spider-Man and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
What the fuck is Spider-Man doing these days?
I'm open to changing my opinion.
No, you're not.
Sure I am. I've never seen
I
it.
agree with you. It's not original at all. I think they should stop remaking shit. Like, Disney needs to chill the fuck out and stop remaking shit. I don't want to watch Lion King in live action. I don't give a
That's
shit.
what I'm saying.
That's different.
I haven't
That's
even seen
different.
the original. Why am I trying to watch
That's
the new
different.
one? Beyonce?
The new Spider-Man
The
came
same-
out to tie him into the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
We only have a couple minutes left, but the same reason why the newest Great Gatsby sucked is the same reason why I couldn't get through the new Lion King, and I haven't even seen the original. So, why the new Great Gatsby sucked? They had all the hype in the world going into it, and what they did is they were trying to convince you of this old-timey party life in the 20s, right? The roaring 20s. That's what the Great Gatsby's based on. But they had Jay-Z do the fucking soundtrack. I didn't understand it. I was like, I get you're not going to get original music from the 20s, but like make it believable. Jay-Z's not in the 20s. and they cut out all the important parts I mean, I sat through the first 30 minutes, mind you, but like they cut out storylines that they needed to, like, that are vital to the story. If you read the book or seen the original, they're vital to the story, right? Like, I just couldn't sit with it. And when I tried to watch the new Lion King, when it came on Disney Plus or something, they had all this like weird shit going on with like this Beyonce singing about her kid, but it's like the Lion King, and then these fucking lions look like pedophiles. Like, they don't look like real lions. It was scary. And it was like so creepy and inauthentic that like I just couldn't get through it. It just seemed too much of a money grab to me, you know? I couldn't get through it. What's your take on this?
I agree with you.
There you go.
I don't like the Lion King.
Maybe I'll watch
Aladdin,
the Spider-Man.
like all those.
When was the most recent one? Or is there a new one?
You
coming
realize I own all of them, right? There's a new one coming out.
I'll give one Spider-Man a shot because I'm open to changing my mind.
We own it.
Deal?
So we're doing that after this podcast.
Not after this podcast.
We're never doing it.
No, we'll do it.
You heard it here. We're
do it.
never doing it.
So now I'm gonna hold him accountable.
Oh, he doesn't be held accountable to anything.
No. We're gonna.
He
do
started this podcast by saying, "I hold myself accountable."
it. I do.
He doesn't.
I'll do
He
it.
doesn't.
I promise.
He doesn't.
I'll watch a Spider-Man, and I'll watch one other movie. I'll give you one Spider-Man and one random anything you want. I'll watch them. Okay, I've seen that in passing, and it was kind of funny, but I haven't sat through the whole thing. But my roommates watch it a lot, and I have respect for Chris Pratt. He's really funny, and by all accounts is a good guy. But like the other stuff, it's like we're not kids anymore. They're not even marketing it to kids. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so my question is, why is your opinion more relevant than the people who
It's not.
still want to feel that?
I'm not saying my opinion is relevant. I'm just saying that's my opinion. Right? I'm not saying
That's
anyone
not
has
what
to
you're
agree with
saying.
me. I'm just saying I don't understand.
You were saying if you still watch this, don't fucking talk to me.
Yeah, yeah. No, that was what else did I say?
That's it.
That's it. You're right. Yeah. Like if you're gonna, no, I said if you're gonna watch the new Mortal Kombat
you
movie,
said Mortal
don't
Kombat.
talk.
I
If
will
you're
say
not
that.
under 10 and you're watching that new Mortal Kombat movie and you're like hyped about it, don't talk to me. Delete my number and like do whatever you need to do, but just stay. Like I don't want you in my life.
So what are you gonna do when I get my avatar tattoo finally?
I'll endlessly laugh at you. But I get it. I have a Slipknot tattoo and I don't even listen to them. Like I was saying, like I have bad tattoos. Like I don't care.
I don't think it's a bad tattoo.
I know. I didn't think this was a bad tattoo either, but I got it. I'm not saying you're going to think it's a bad tattoo, but I'm just saying I don't care about that. If you want to feel nostalgic about something, I get it. Like if you're rewatching the same Spider-Man that you saw as a kid, then good.
Okay, so here's my question to you. How do you feel about the Harry Potter franchise?
I mean, I don't feel comfortable talking about my opinions with Angela in the room, but
I got him, folks.
But
and
I
with
will-
that being said,
I will say the Prisoner of Azkaban was a good movie. It was everything was very well done, and I didn't even know the story. Like I wasn't even. I saw the first 3 though, but I saw them infrequently. Like I wasn't fully invested. But my brother is huge. He has Harry Potter tattoos.
your
Angela
brother's
has-
huge. Did you just call your brother
Huge
fat?
fan. No, he's very skinny. I don't know about very, but he's skinny. He's a thin man. I'm gonna see him in Vegas. Maybe I'll interview him in Vegas about Harry Potter and try to. Dude, he'll flip out on me if I say something bad about Harry Potter. But yeah, fuck Harry Potter. I'm gonna say it. Sorry, I don't mean it.
And this is why I say he doesn't hold himself accountable, because he just says things.
I'll watch.
If you
Spider-Man.
rewind to find the podcast where we talk about fuck facing, he is the epitome of fuck facing.
Good word. I think we actually didn't release that episode, so we might have to go in it again in a different episode. I think that was episode
talk
2
about
we
it.
haven't released yet.
Anywho,
Anyway, all right, let's wrap it up.
all right,
2
bye.
hours deep.